Hello, today we are demonstrating a simple code for exceptional handling using try and catch in Java. Before that, let's discuss what is exactly exceptional handling. In Java, exception handling is a mechanism to handle runtime errors such as class not found exception, IO exception, SQL exception, remote exception, etc. An exception normally disturbs the normal flow of an application. That is why we need to handle the exception. The exception handling in Java is one of the powerful mechanisms to handle the runtime errors so that normal flow of an application can be maintained. Generally, there are three types of error we face while using program. First one syntax error, second one logical error, and third one is runtime error. In this, syntax error, logical error can be corrected by developer. That is, while developing a program, semicolon is missing, parenthesis is missing. This should be corrected by developer. Logical error, it does not give any compilation error. Your program will compile, still you are not getting expected results. It may happen due to wrong algorithm or wrong mathematical expression. For these type of errors, developer has to debug the program and correct it. Now third type is runtime errors. It is nothing but exceptions. This cannot be corrected by developer. In this case, code is perfect. The error occurs due to mishandling of the program. User not handling the program properly. Means what? The major reason why exception occurs, first one is the invalid user input by user. For example, in case of division operation, if the denominator is 0, that is invalid input. Then opening an unavailable file. Programmer or program wants to read data from some file and user deleted that file. That is opening an unavailable file. Then loss of network connection. Program supports access internet connection, but user does not have the internet connection or there is a loss of connection. In that case also you will find runtime error or exception. Next one, device failure. For example, program wants to print something and printer is not available or printer is not working properly or there is no ink or no paper. This is example of device failure exception. Like this, arithmetic errors, out of bound are reasons for exception occurrence. Now let's see in Java what are different runtime exceptions available. Arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, class cast exception. This is a list of runtime exception examples. And today we are demonstrating arithmetic exception and how to handle that exception. Let's open the code. Now here the simple code and our class name is exception demo1. So within that public static void main function, and here we are taking two variables, a is 100 and b is 0, and c is the variable which gets the result of a divided by b. Now here b denominator is 0. That means there is a runtime error we will get. We are just printing the value of C, and this is the message, thank you, we are printing after printing the value of C. Let's run this code. Our file name is exceptiondemo.java. Exceptiondemo1.java. So first compile the program exceptiondemo1.java and we'll run this. See, compilation will not get any error, but while running the program or executing the program, JVM throws an exception in thread main java.land arithmetic exception is the name of our exception, and this is the reason. Divide by 0. So exception disturb the flow of or normal flow of the application. That means here flow of our program is after taking division of A by B, C value should get printed and then thank you message. But here due to denominator is 0, we are getting the exception while executing the program. So program execution gets stopped here and we are not able to print this thank you message. So we should be able to handle this exception and maintain the flow of the application. And this is nothing but exception handling. And here we are handling this exception using try and catch keyword. Let's see how to do that. So here I am opening another file. Name of the class is exception demo. Previous one was exception demo 1. Here exception demo where we are handling the exception. Same code, only here we are adding try and catch statements. In try, you define a block of code to be tested for error while it is being executed. So here we want to test whether user has put denominator properly or not. It should not be 0. That's why this code, this two statement, we are putting in a try block. C is equal to A by B and we are printing the value of C. Now, if user put the value of denominator is 0, exception occur and we should handle it, and that exception can be handled by this catch statements. So catch statement allows you to define a block of code to be executed if error occurs in a try block. If denominator is 0, program should not stop. It should be handled and it is handled by this catch statements. So catch, our exception is arithmetic exception E, and within that we are printing a message for user that your denominator is 0 and try again. So denominator should not be 0 and try again, and after that there is a this statement thank you. Now let's see how the flow of the program, whether we will get this thank you statement or not even though we have an exception. Let's execute it. Our program is exception demo. So first we'll compile it. So this is the compilation, and execution we'll see whether we'll get exception or not. Sorry, our program is exception demo. So here you can see our exception has handled denominator should not be 0. So user get the message that denominator is 0 and he has to try. And then this thank you statement also get printed. So in the first case, exception demo 1, without try and catch, you are getting exception while executing the program. That is runtime error. And in exception demo code, we have added try and catch statement to handle the exception, and then the flow of program get maintained. So even though there is a error, runtime error or exception, user get the message you have exception in your program, correct it, and the flow of the program also get maintained. Your program doesn't stop. Like this, due to exception handling, user will come to know what is mishandling happened, what is the reason, and user can correct it, and the flow of the program also get maintained. Here we have demonstrated basic exception handling using try and catch statements. Thank you.